Hey there, I'm Sherri. I'm a registered dietitian, and in today's video, we're going to talk about signs that you are using food and sometimes beverages to self-soothe. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to give you a roadmap, what you can do to start changing this behavior. So let's get started. Thanks for joining me today, where we're going to talk about using food and sometimes beverages to self-soothe. What does it mean to self-soothe? Well, it's pretty simple. It just means to comfort oneself. So the next question is, well, why would I need to be comforted? Maybe I feel nervous or sad or disappointed. Maybe I feel rejected. I've had my feelings hurt. I'm lonely or brokenhearted, scared, in shock, worried, embarrassed. There's lots of feelings that come along that we do not like, that feel uncomfortable. And our brain says, how do I get rid of this? Eating and drinking are very common ways that people achieve this, and they self-soothe. So what does this look like? It looks like when you eat to calm yourself down, or maybe you drink to relax. You eat to make yourself feel better, or maybe you eat just because you tell yourself, I deserve it. Sometimes you numb out and distract from your thoughts by eating. Or you eat because you are trying to delay a hard conversation you need to have, or maybe a difficult decision you need to make. So what does this exactly look like? It can feel like you have an inability to stop eating, like you feel out of control around the food. You may stuff yourself until you're uncomfortable. That's the inability to stop the eating. It can look like snacking non-stop or sneaking food. Maybe you go out of your way to get a certain food, like you're driving to the store at 10 o'clock at night. And after you're done eating, you can have feelings of guilt, self-loathing, negative self-talk. You can promise yourself, I'm never doing this again. Or maybe you skip your next meal, or you punish yourself by over-exercising the next day. Why in the world do we turn to food so often to self-soothe? Well, there's a theory that says if you think back to the very first time you needed to be comforted, well, actually, you can't do that because you were only a few hours old. What did mom comfort you with? Food. Milk, to be exact, right? So we learn very early on that when we need to be comforting, food does the trick. Now, the most important question is, what can you do about it? I think awareness is the very first step, because you can't change what you don't even recognize. So to become aware of when and how you're using food to self-soothe, you'll need to start by being very mindful of your food choices. My suggestion is spend the next 2 weeks keeping a food journal. Now, I don't care about what you eat, the amount you eat, the calories are in there, that's unimportant. What I care about is why you are eating it. So when you go to eat or drink, pause and say, why am I doing this? Ask, is it because I feel actually hungry? Or is it just because I smelled this, or I saw it? Or is it because the clock says it's time to eat? Or am I doing this to self-soothe? And if so, what emotion, what feeling is it am I trying to self-soothe? Once you've done that for a couple of weeks, you'll start to see some patterns. You'll see how often you self-soothe, and you'll see what emotions will trigger me to self-soothe. These are the emotions and the feelings you're not comfortable with. So your next step is going to be to recognize that and make different choices. So for example, if I normally eat when I'm sad, now that I'm aware of that, the next time I'm sad, I know I'm going to go journal and maybe take a long bubble bath, but I'm not going to go and get a pint of ice cream at the store. If you need help making these choices and these changes, then reach out to me through my website is the best way to reach me. It's sherriclarkenutrition.com. I work with women all the time who want to make these changes, and I'd love to work with you. Till next time, be well.